is going on, guys? It's your boy Dylan the Villain, and we're coming back at you once again with some more Total Extreme Wrestling. We are playing as ECW in 2001. This is week 3, and we're going to go ahead and start the pre-show. In a pre-show matchup, CM Punk defeats Carl Lett by submission with a arm triangle choke. The match got a 33, CM Punk with a 31, and Carl Lett with a 28. The crowd was not too happy to see Carl Lett in this matchup. Announcing color commentary gave the match. In this matchup, in a pre-show matchup, that little heat and embarrassing wrestling, Bryan Danielson defeats Johnny the Bull by pinfall after a cattle mutilation. Match got a 30. Bryan Danielson with a 31. Johnny the Bull with a 24. The crowd was not too pleased to see Johnny the Bull. Danielson and Johnny the Bull have great chemistry, and it showed in their performance. That's good to know. And then that's the color commentary gave the match a boost. We open up the show, and it's Triple Threat. And they're backstage in their locker room, and Shane Douglas goes, "Boys, last week what Steve Corino said, don't listen to him." Right? Look at that list of names that he named. Dean Malenko, look where he's at on the main roster. Former champion. Chris Benoit, look where he's at on the main roster. Former champion. Chris Candido. And he looks at Tammy Cinch and he goes, "Well, we know what happened to him. But Brian Lee, main roster, former champion. Bam Bam Bigelow, former ECW world champion and television champion." Boys, you see, when you team up with the franchise Shane Douglas, you'll get the money, you'll get the women, you'll get everything that you want. So as Steve Corino was saying, it was just a bunch of horse shit. He's jealous because he sees the potential that y'all two young men have. And tonight, we're going to prove to Steve Corino and Jerry Lynn, and whoever the hell their mystery partner is, that we are the new era of ECW, and we are the evolution of ECW. Now, tonight, boys, I know that y'all have my back, and you know that I have y'all's back. So tonight, let's go out there and prove to everybody why we're the best damn faction in professional wrestling today, and why we should be feared. And Randy Orton and Mark Jindrak are just like, fuck yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. The segment got a 61. World title storyline advances. Now it's the color commentator to get the match a boost. We move on to the opening contest, and about that had not much heat in terrible wrestling. This young guy named AJ Styles defeat Mosh in 12:57 by pinfall with the Styles Clash. AJ Styles with a 32 and Mosh with a 37. AJ Styles debuted his Teen Idol gimmick, and it got great. So that's good. That's good to know. Now the color commentary gave the match a boost. In this matchup, and about that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Tajiri defeats Super Crazy 13:04 with the Brainbuster. Tajiri picking up another win against one of his longtime rivals, Super Crazy. Super Crazy with a 26 and Tajiri with a 37. The crowd was not too pleased to see Super Crazy. Announcing color commentary gave the match a boost, and James Bristol did some good ring work outside, and Tajiri had excellent chemistry with James Missile. We're going to move on to the next segment, and it is a backstage interview with the tag team champions, the Minnesota Stretching Crew. And Joe Gertner introduces the Minnesota Stretching Crew, and he goes, "Guys, y'all have beat every tag team here in ECW. You defended your titles 2 times already. Y'all have defended y'all's titles 2 times already. And y'all are pretty much making a statement that y'all are probably one of the best tag teams, if not the best tag team in professional wrestling today. Y'all have the skills, y'all have the look, y'all have everything going for y'all. what do you have to say? And Shelton Benjamin, he goes, well, you see, me and my brother Brock here, we're the best amateur wrestlers in the world. We wrestled for one of the best schools in the world, Minnesota. Golden Gophers. And you see, me and Brock, we decided to come to the World Wrestling Federation. And we got signed contracts, and they sent us here to ECW. And me and Brock made it a mission to become the best tag team in the world. And to become one of the most dominant tag teams in the world. And there isn't a tag team on the main roster or in ECW that can beat us. And I guarantee that. And Joel Gertner goes, well, that's quite a statement. And all of a sudden, Bubba Ray and Devon walk into the screen. And Bubba's just like, what is this I hear that there isn't a tag team on the main roster or an ECW that can't hold a candle to y'all? Because the last time I checked, we were the ones that put tag team wrestling and ECW on the map. How's it going, Joel? And Joel Gartner's just like, how, you know, like he's shocked that the Dudley boys are here. Bubba looks at Devon and he goes, well, I ain't doing anything. I ain't doing anything next week. Devon, are you busy next week? Devon just shakes his head and goes, not at all, brother. He goes, well, I'm not busy. I'm sure y'all are not busy. So why don't we have ourselves a little tag team match? And if we win, we want a shot at your titles. And Brock looks at Shelton, and Brock's all intense, you know, 24/7. Brock's just like that. He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And Shelton's just like, all right, you're on. We'll take y'all on next week. But if we win, not only will we send y'all back to the main roster, but we'll send y'all back to the main roster a laughing stock. That y'all got beat by some developmentals. So you got your match next week. See you then. And they walk off the screen, and we go to commercial, and we come back. And it is Spike Dudley taking on New Jack, and Spike Dudley picks up the win in 12:52 with the Nash drop. Spike Dudley with a 47, New Jack with a 53. Now, color commentary getting the match boost. Match got a 53. Not bad. Not bad at all. We move on to our next contest of the night, which is Mark Henry once again being dominant, destroying Kid Cash by pinfall. The crowd is not too happy to see Kid Cash. Mark Henry with a 48, Kid Cash with a 39. Now to color commentary, Kerry gave the match a boost, and the match got a 47. We move on to our next segment. And we hear Perfect Strangers hit as the Triple Threat make their way out to the ring. They look united. They look like they are ready to put an end to Jerry Lynn and Steve Corino. And then Jerry Lynn and Steve Corino come out, but their tag team partner is nowhere to be found. And Shane Douglas starts laughing, and he grabs the mic and he goes, "Ha! What happened to y'all's mystery tag team partner, huh? Who do y'all have in the back who is stupid enough to team up with you two idiots? How y'all talk about honor, y'all talk about the tradition of professional wrestling. Who is stupid enough to team up with two of y'all? Because like I said before, and I'll say it again, we are the new evolution of professional wrestling. These men are the evolution of professional wrestling. We are the Triple Threat. We are the new era. We're going to usher in a new era here in ECW, just like we did just like the triple threat did all those years ago, we are still going to be dominant. So whoever your mystery tag team partner is, they can just bring their ass out here. Steve Corino grabs the mic, and he goes, "Oh, Shane, we got us a partner." And I had to do a little bit of convincing for him to step in the ring tonight. But I'm sure he's going to give y'all a run for his money. And I know people watching at home and the fans here in the arena would dream of watching this man compete. And it is a dream of mine that I get to team up with this man. I've fought this man in the past. And my dream has come true that I finally get to tag with this man and show the respect to this man that he deserves. So, mystery tag team partner, why don't y'all just come on out right now? And all of a sudden, the American Dream Dusty Rose music hits. In a match that had decent wrestling, Jerry Lynn, Steve Corino, and Dusty Rhodes defeats Triple Threat. When Jerry Lynn pins Mark Jindrak, the March got a 62. Jindrak with a 47. Orton with almost a 40. Shane Douglas with a 66. Dusty Rhodes with a 56. Steve Corino with a 66. And Jerry Lynn with a 61. The world title storyline advances but loses heat. Tammy Cinch did good ring work. And Mark Jindrak and Tammy Cinch have pretty good chemistry together. Match got a 62, not bad. We move on to the next segment. And they're celebrating. They won the match. Triple Threat leaves the ring. They're celebrating. All of a sudden, Rhino just shows up out of nowhere and gores the shit out of Dusty Rose. Gores the shit out of... They start fighting. Steve Corino and Jerry Lynn are kind of in shock. Rhino gores the shit out of Steve Corino. And he starts beating the shit out of Jerry Lynn. As we end the night with Rhino standing there over the top of Jerry Lynn, pointing at him, pretty much just like, I'm going to whoop your ass. Like, you messed up. You messed up wanting to fight Rhino. We're going to go ahead and finish the show. A 61, not bad. The show didn't increase our popularity at all. That's okay. We finished the show. That's that one guy. I can't think of his name. Kazari or whatever his name was. It was on the main roster for like 2 weeks and then he disappeared. But anyway, guys. Thank y'all for watching this episode. My name is Dylan Villain. I messed that up. My name is Dylan the Villain. Thank y'all for watching, guys. If you're new to the channel, like what you see, the subscribe icon will be over the ECW logo. If you like this episode and want to go back and watch previous ECW episodes, that playlist will be right here. And if you want to check out the WWF Save, SummerSlam will be right here. We are taking a break from the WWF Save so I can book stories and write stories all the way up, probably until Survivor Series or the Royal Rumble. I haven't decided how long I wanted to stretch these storylines out yet. But one of the two, we're going to take a break to write some stories on that. But in the meantime, we're going to do some ECW. My name is Dylan Villain, and like we always say here at Pro Am Gaming, if you can't play with each other, do what I do, and
play with yourself.
Thank you, Sky. We'll see y'all on the next one.